My name is Nefo, and I'll be taking you through this journey of quick information in this video. Somebody introduced you to this video, maybe through a brand launch, or maybe somebody just gave you the video to take a look at. I would encourage you to watch till the end, but give me a little bit of time, all right? Trust me, I will not waste your time. So let's dive into this. So what to expect? Research have shown that 3 out of every 5 persons in Africa are living with chronic financial pain. Now, if you are one of the 3 in 5 experiencing any form of financial pains, or maybe you know anyone, you may want to watch this video till the end so that you can understand, number 1, the mistakes you are making. Number 2, a permanent solution that is working for hundreds of people. Number 3, understand why Diamond Project works. And number 4, finally see if it will be a fit for you. So quick disclaimer, what this project is not. This project is not a Ponzi scheme. A Ponzi scheme is a fraudulent scheme that involves paying existing investors in a non-existing enterprise with the funds collected from new investors. It's not an investment scheme, a money portfolio that doubles in value while you do nothing. It's also not a get-rich-quick scheme, a scheme where participants can obtain high rate of return by putting little commitment, no effort, no time input. Now, who is this project not for? It's not for lazy people, those who complain and never want to learn new things. It's not for pessimistic people, people who are closed-minded and expect the worst in everything. Now, what is Diamond Project?
Diamond Project is a project that seeks to develop the character and capacity of our members to be able to build an improved life of impact with focus on finances, health, and lifestyle. Please understand that you are doing yourself a great disservice if all you're looking for here is money. You see, money without character leads to disaster. Any money you have without character, first of all, you're going to lose that money, or that money will lead you to great evil, all right, if you don't have character. Number 2, no matter how much you want to become a millionaire, if you do not possess the capacity of a millionaire, you cannot be a millionaire. So most of us go to school, and what school does to us is increase our capacity to the level that we are able to make an income of 50K, 100K, 150K, maybe 400,000 naira every month, using the Nigerian context. That is all. Now, no matter any other business you try to go into, your capacity is limited. Even though that business can pay you 1 million, 2 million, 20 million, but because of your capacity in terms of discipline, in terms of persistence, a lot of things embedded in building your capacity, because your capacity is too low, you can only make, in that business that can pay you 10 million every month, you will be making 200K every month. The problem is not the business. The problem is your capacity. Your character enables you not to fall into disaster when money comes. Your capacity is what improves the amount you make every month, or the amount you can handle every month, every year, every 2 months. Do you understand? So most of us have a limited capacity, and that is why when you come into Diamond Project and in the business sector, you are still not doing well. Your capacity is low. So what does Diamond Project do? Diamond Project helps you to develop your character and capacity. Do you understand? There are 4 pillars, and the 4 pillars are, number 1, mentorship training and capacity building. We train on that specifically. Number 2, discipline, regimentation, and stoicism. This is a different pillar. Discipline. You must be regimented, all right, and stoic. There's a different training on these aspects. Number 3, health optimization and lifestyle changes. So if you are disciplined and you get mentorship and training and your health is bad, life will be tumultuous. Life will be a place of worry every single time. So your health must be optimized by changing your lifestyle, supplementing your diet. So we train on that as well. And number 4, where the money is deep understanding of leverage and building financial leverage systems. Now, let's go into why leverage, understanding leverage and building financial leverage system. Why? Going back to the basics, we have 4 quadrants that, pretty much everybody makes money from: the employment quadrant, self-employment, and business owner quadrant, of course, the investor quadrant. On the left side of the quadrant, you have active income. On the right side of the quadrant, you have passive income. Now, let's explain them. The employment quadrant is where you have a job and you don't leverage. You exchange your time for money, right? Now, here is the formula, because everything is governed by formula and mathematics on earth. Everything has been proven. If you cannot prove anything mathematically, that thing does not exist, right? On the physical realm, it could exist elsewhere. But then mathematical equation that defines active income is U times anything you're doing equals income. So in your job, if you are not there, meaning that you are zero times a job, zero times anything is zero. So that means zero income. Do you understand? So it doesn't really matter how much you're making. You're making 2 million every month in a job, making 4 million every month in a job, making 5 million, 10 million every month in a job. The day you don't show up for that job, you are ill, something happens to you, that means you are zero. Zero times that job equals zero money. So if you don't show up, you don't make money. That means you have to work for the rest of your life. Okay. That's the employment quadrant. That is called active income. And the self-employed quadrant, where you have doctors, entrepreneurs who are self-employed, the experts, you have the lawyers, you have the consultants, you have the architects, you have these are the people, they make money from their expertise. Now, the challenge here is that, or rather the good thing is, they make more than the employee because they detect how much they are paid. But the challenge is, the formula is you times your expertise equals income. That means your expertise is there. You would always have that expertise. You're a doctor for life. You're a lawyer for life. That's your expertise. But the challenge again is, if you're not there, that means you is zero. If you're not there, you are ill, you had an accident, something happened, you're not just available. The formula states that zero times expertise equals zero income. Zero, remember, zero times anything is zero. So if you're not there, you're not going to make money. That's the problem with self-employed quadrant. Let's go to the B quadrant. The B quadrant simply states this is where you begin to enjoy passive income if it's done properly. So the business owner quadrant is where you own a system and a network of people working for you and where you can leverage. In the S quadrant, the difference between the S and the B quadrant is a system and a network of people. All right, that's the difference. But there's a unique formula on this B quadrant. All right, now the formula states that you plus people in bracket times the system equals money. That means you are working with a lot of people. Either you employ them or they're working with you. But nonetheless, it's not just you. You plus people in bracket times a system. You see, that is what is lacking in the S quadrant. People and system is lacking in the S quadrant. Using the formula, you plus the people, let's say you have 500 people, 1,000 people working for you or working with you, and something happens to you, maybe you are ill, the same thing that happened to the person in the E and the S quadrant, you are ill, you can't get up or you had an accident or whatever it is, you're incapacitated for 6 months, 12 months, whatever it is. So that means you is equals to zero. So 0 plus people is still people. 0 plus 1 is 1. 0 plus 20 is 20. 0 plus 500 is 500, right? So it's not multiplication. So 0 plus people, meaning that you're not there, is still people. Now, those people times the system that you have developed will still give you money. 0 plus people times system will give you excess money because the people are still there working with you. See, if you understand this once and for all, you will stop making mistakes because people come online and tell you, oh no, you have to go in investment, do investment, go and get a better job, or be self-employed. With this, you understand the kind of life you want to build. Now, from here, you can make a lot of money, and then that money is now what you now put into investment. Now, here's a formula that works in the I quadrant, the investment quadrant. Money times investment equals money. So your excess profit from the B quadrant creates more money for you in the I quadrant. But please take a look at this. This quadrant is also dangerous because of the formula. Now, if you have an investment portfolio now the money is there, you have the money, all right? So the money is constant. You have 20 million, 50 million, 100 million, maybe 5 million, maybe whatever it is. But then the challenge is the investment. You did not create the investment portfolio. Usually in the I quadrant, the investment portfolios are created by other people and investments are volatile. It could be Forex, it could be cryptocurrency, it could be whatever, money market, it could be stocks and bonds, right? Now, the challenge here is if you put in money, you are sure of the money you put, but the investment can go bad, meaning that investment is zero, all your money is gone because money times zero, zero times anything is zero. Because in the B quadrant, if you eliminate yourself and yourself is zero, you can actually still be making money. So what you need to now think of is, how do I build a system and how do I get people? According to Harvard, if you have over 500 people working for you or working with you, you are in the B quadrant, meaning that if you have 200 people or 10 people or 5 people or 15 people who work with you, you are not in the B quadrant yet. You are building your way up in the B quadrant. You probably might be playing the S quadrant, but you have to have 500 people because the likelihood of 500 people stopping work at once is almost minimal, right? I quadrant is actually for the rich. It's not for the poor. So I see a lot of employees and a lot of self-employed begin to invest. The problem there is the reason why you don't do that is a mistake. The reason you don't do that is investment quadrant is highly volatile. The B quadrant, business owners, entrepreneurs own a system and have a minimum of 500 people that work for him or work with him. That is the business owner. That is the entrepreneur. Building a business is not easy. So the way to do it, I'm repeating myself, is either you buy an existing system, if you have the money, not many people have that money, or you build from scratch, and also you have connection. Building from scratch is not easy. If you have the time, you can build from scratch, but then it's also expensive, it's risky. You don't know if it's going to work over time. All right. So that's another way to do it. But the easiest way we found is to plug into an existing system. In the Diamond Project, we train our people in the B quadrant so they can become resilient after we plug into an existing business system. Then we help that business system to scale. As they are scaling, we are getting paid. That pay we are getting is as a result of helping the company to scale. Now, that money we are making, we are not eating it. That is where our trainings come into place. We're not eating it. We're storing some to invest. We're not storing them for rainy day to spend. We're storing the money we're making in the B quadrant for investing, maybe in real estate, maybe not necessarily starting another business, but to make our life easier. Not cryptocurrency, except you go and study cryptocurrency and study Forex yourself and trade yourself, not using another person to trade for you. They can run away with your money. There are several passive income businesses, like rental properties, storage units, parking lots. If you have a garage, then land leasing, you can lease a land. Drop shipping on Amazon is a passive income stream. It's subscription sites with recruitment, recurring. You have franchises, which is extremely expensive, but it can be paying you whether you are there or not, because you buy into an existing system. You have royalties, it's automated vending machines, car wash stand. The last one that is there is network marketing. Now, out of all these passive income businesses, is only network marketing. It is only network marketing that does something miraculous. It is only network marketing that you can effectively leverage. In the Diamond Project, we chose the network marketing business as the vehicle we will use to leverage for the fourth pillar. Remember the fourth pillar? On deep understanding of leverage and using it to our advantage. Then fundamentally, we discovered that we can make so much in network marketing without the corresponding risk attached to businesses. Are you understanding me? Real estate, rental properties, there are many risks there, but there's no financial risk associated with network marketing, because anybody that starts network marketing business, you pay. And if it's a true, remember, please don't get it twisted. There are fake network marketing businesses and there are genuine ones. You have to be very careful, all right? We're intelligent people. Don't just think that anybody that says, I'm a network marketing company, that they're legit. Some are legit, but they may not be able to work effectively in your area. So as I'm doing this, I'm answering a lot of questions at the same time, all right? With regards to Diamond Project. Marketing or multi-level marketing. So I'm going to interchange it. Multi-level marketing is a unique business model where representatives move value in products or services from the manufacturer directly to consumers, cutting out middlemen and advertisers. Screen munch this, it's very important. Remember, network marketing, multi-level marketing, you can use them interchangeably, but what we actually do is multi-level marketing because of the multi-level nature of leverage in it. That better expresses the true meaning of the business we are into. Not network marketing, because people think, okay, it's just marketing through a network. No, multi-level marketing is what best represents our industry, but universally, it's used interchangeably, multi-level marketing and network marketing, all right? I'm repeating myself, multi-level marketing is a unique business model where representatives move value in products or services from manufacturer directly to consumers, cutting out middlemen and advertisers. Now let me give you a pictorial representation so that you understand it perfectly. Now, in traditional business, we're comparing it to multi-level marketing business. This is how products are moved in traditional business. So let's say they manufacture a product costing $60, right? It could be a bottle of Coca-Cola, it could be, whatever. And they manufacture it with, $60. Before it gets to the end consumer don't pay $60. Why? Because the national distributor is going to distribute the products, nationally. So they have to add their own, maybe 10% or $10, right? For their own headache. That's your own margin. And then it gets to the wholesaler. The wholesaler has got to, pay for warehouses and stuff like that. So they have to add their own $10. And then, of course, they go, advertising will also take their own money. Let's say $10 for advertising. And this advertising is done by the company itself, because if people don't know about the product, people will not buy the product. So advertising must be done. And then, of course, the retailers who will buy from the wholesalers will also add their own. They have to make profit because they have to take the products from the wholesalers and sell in the retail store. And by the time it gets to the consumer buys at what? $100. However, multi-level marketing business, this is the trajectory. What they did was, instead of going through all these national distributor, wholesaler, advertisers, They will manufacture a product with $60, same thing. But then they get a value connector. They sell directly to a value connector and say, do you want to tell people about our products, buy our product, use it? Do you like it? The guy says, yes, I like it. And then he uses it. Okay, man, I love it. And the company says, why don't you share with your friends? If you share with your friends, we are going to pay you commission. So he goes ahead and shares straight to his friend. And his friend buys at $100 as well. The friend doesn't buy at $60. The friend still buys at $100. But hold on a second. It's still the same, almost the same amount that this other guy buys from the traditional companies. So what now happens? When the consumer buys at $100, this is what happens. The $100 goes to the company. Now the company has excess of $40. Remember, the cost of the product is $60. Now, the company has excess $40 to play with. But what do they do with it? They don't spend that money. That money is stored. And out of that money, they now pay bonus to the value connector. Who is the value connector? The value connector is the one that connects value, which is the product that the company manufactures, to the end consumer, who happens to be his friends, his contacts. And the question is, why will the company choose one man as against choosing a world-class, renowned advertising agencies, national distributors, wholesalers, retailers? Because it is more powerful to move products with word of mouth, because the product is going from the company straight to the consumer through the value connectors. Now that $40, remember, just follow me now, that $40 is still there. But you see, the company is not doing advertising, it's not paying the middleman. So the money has got to go somewhere. The money has got to go to the value connectors, because these value connectors make the products move very fast. Now let me show you how. Imagine this is why the company pays the value connector and saves that money. And of course, the company will not pay the value connector $40. Remember, the company manufactured at $60, and then there's excess $40. The company will pay the value connector per percentage, small percentage. But now it is now left to the value connector to increase the percentage by how many people he shows the business. All right. Now, traditional business does advertising, and let's use close-up for instance. All right, just close-up for instance. And then this consumer has bleeding gum. All right. And then as he's going to see his friend, who happens to be a value connector, he sees the new toothpaste, Close-Up Stops Bleeding Gums. Whoa. And this consumer has bleeding gum, and he sees the adverts on the display, massive adverts. What do you think will happen to you? So I'm going to try this Close-Up when I get to the supermarket. I'm going to try, because my bleeding gum is so bad. Now he goes ahead and meets his friend, and they begin to discuss. And the friend tells him, hey, look, how are you doing? And then the consumer says, look, guy, I have this terrible bleeding gum. Every time I brush my teeth, my gum begins to bleed. And the friend tells him, wait, you have bleeding gum? I used to have bleeding gum around January. And I tried one toothpaste. What's the name now? What's the name? And the toothpaste is Nutricentials herbal toothpaste. Boy, I used it for 2 weeks. Man, the bleeding gum stopped till today. This is almost 9 months. No more bleeding gum. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the question is, when this consumer leaves his friend, which of the brand will he buy? The new Close-Up or the Nutricentials? He's definitely going to buy the Nutricentials, even though the Close-Up company spent 10 million naira on the billboard advert. Can you imagine that? Powerful money expended, but yet the consumer didn't buy. The consumer bought from this guy, not because of any other thing, but because the guy had results. Human beings gravitate towards result, no matter the amount you spend on advertising and all those things. So that is the reason in the multi-level marketing business, they would rather pay value connectors, those who would connect their value to people, instead of paying advertising. Do you understand that? So this is why multi-level marketing is powerful. So the question now is, how do you make money in multi-level marketing? Now, with the Diamond Project, we studied it and we discovered that in multi-level marketing, because there are reasons why these things are broken down. In multi-level marketing, there are 4 ways you can make money in multi-level marketing. You can make money as a seller who sells the products, okay? Or as a distributor, or as a connector, or as a builder. Now, sellers simply sell the products and make quick money. It's active income. Distributors distribute to maybe hospitals, or maybe they distribute in large quantities to pharmacy stores, supermarkets, and they make some bigger money. It's still active income. All right. If you don't distribute, you don't make money. The third one is a connector. You can connect your friends. You become a value connector, basically. You connect your friends and they make money, and then you make some reasonable amount of money over a period of time, but that money also stops because you're not building. Then you have the builders. Builders are the ones that make all the money. But then let's break down the build, because in the Diamond Project, our focus is on builders. All right. Now let's look at builders. Right. Builders are 2% in the whole world in multi-level marketing. In the entire history of multi-level marketing in the whole world, only 2% are builders. The business of multi-level marketing is over $200 billion business model per annum globally. All right. So there's a lot of money there. But the question is, why is it that not everybody is super rich in network marketing or multi-level marketing? Because most people are doing network marketing as either sellers, distributors, or connectors. Multi-level marketing is so flexible that it accommodates everybody. So in Diamond Project, we said, let's focus on the builders, because only builders make 6 to 7 figures in dollars monthly. Only builders, not connectors, not distributors, not sellers. Only builders enjoy leverage in the long term, and only builders create financial freedom. What are we talking about? So why should I waste my time as a distributor, waste my time as a seller, waste my time as just an ordinary connector when I can build? And why is this? Because B Quadrant is business owners, entrepreneurs who own a system and have a minimum of 500 people that works for them or work with them. So our focus is to build in the B Quadrant. In other words, we don't care how much you make. We care what you're building, because you can make money today and you lose it tomorrow, but anything you build today outlives you. Multi-level marketing misconception. It's a pyramid. Yes, multi-level marketing business concept is drawn like a pyramid. So is a normal contemporary company hierarchy, right? Why? Because you have a CEO, and under the CEOs, you have executives, which are vice president, marketing, sales, and of course you have your managers. Now it's getting wider, and the directors. Then you have employees, the staff. Now your regular company hierarchy actually looks like a pyramid. In the regular business hierarchy, all the employees there, you have a lot more people as employees, and then you have one CEO. No matter how long these employees work in this company, all of them will not get to the level of CEO. All of them will never make as much as the CEO. So that is actually a true pyramid, right? But here's the difference between network marketing or multi-level marketing, right? Now, multi-level marketing displays like a pyramid. Like you sponsor 2 people, and your 2 people sponsor 2, and then your 2 sponsor connect 2, and then it begins to expand. Now it forms your community that looks like a pyramid. However, you that started this community can be making 500,000 every month. But are you aware that the person under you, 3 levels under you, once that person becomes a builder, they can begin to make as high as 500,000 every month, like you, if they are builders? Are you also aware that within your community, let's say you're not a super builder, but then a solid super builder emerges down your team, that solid super builder can begin to make $1 million every month, even though you've not started making $1 million every month. You see, that's how flexible multi-level marketing business format is. Now, factors to consider before joining a multi-level marketing company. They must have consumable products. Number 2, they must have repeat use products so that you can have residual income. Number 3, they must have consistent and dynamic pay structure, not the one that they will pay for 1 year or 4 years or 5 years and they stop paying you. All right. Number 4, they must be functional where you live. They may see a good network marketing business or multi-level marketing business can be doing well in Australia, but they are not functional in Africa or Nigeria or wherever you are. That is a red flag. All right. So be very careful about that. And number 5, the company should be in momentum stage. In a world like this, you can't build to last if you don't join a company that is in a momentum stage. So let me explain what momentum stage is like. This is a regular business development stage of most of all businesses, right? So you have the formulation stage where a business or company is 5 years old, right? First year to the first to 5 years. Okay, that's the formulation stage. Now, the next stage is the concentration stage, where the company is now making between $10 million to approximately $40 million every year. That is concentration stage. Then you have the momentum stage, where the company is making between 50 million to 450 million per annum. And then, of course, you have the stability stage, where the company is making over $500 million per annum. Now, if you don't want matters that touch the heart, you're building a network marketing business or multi-level marketing business, and then 5 years or 10 years down the line, they collapse. Join a multi-level marketing business that is in the momentum stage. All right. that will secure, because any company or business that enters momentum stage will definitely enter the stability stage. All right. So if the company is in momentum stage or stability stage, you can join them. All right. Now let's now delve into the Diamond Project's focus. We seek to raise builders. All right. Because we want business owners. Don't forget it all. So now let me show you how to make money as a connector and as a builder. Selling, I've explained it. Distribution, I've explained it. But then as a connector, this is how to make money as a connector first before you can now elevate to becoming a builder. So in the Diamond Project, this is how the money is made. Assuming you start with the minimum amount, just the minimum, 6,990, right? And then you activate your business. Activating your business simply means, remember, any amount you pay, you get product equivalent. So you don't lose money. You already have the value. If you decide to go and sell those products, you make over 6,990. So it's amazing, right? So the financial risk has already been taken care of because you get ROI in terms of value almost immediately. And if you sell, you make more money. That is profit already if you're a good salesperson. But most of us are not salespeople. So this is how to run the business as a connector. So when you start, you activate through your phone by just getting your phone, and you see Ada and Aisha, they're your friends. Remember, you're a connector, you're a value connector. So you connect Ada and share the opportunity with them. Not just the product. If you share the product to them, you become a seller. But if you share the opportunity that they can come in place of value connectors, and I'm going to show you how to share, right? I'm going to get to that shortly. But I want to show you the simplicity of multi-level marketing because people complicate it. It's super simple. Let me show you. If you connect Ada and Aisha, and Ada, all you tell them, just do what I have done. What I simply did, I brought my phone and I connected two people to the opportunity. The opportunity requires that you buy the products. Of course, if you buy the products and do exactly what I've done, you connect two of your people, you get paid. But I want to focus on you, all right? Not Ada and Aisha. Ada and Aisha, they're going to make their money. But then if you connect Ada and Aisha, you get paid 47,000 naira in the Diamond Project, okay? And Diamond Project don't pay you. We have our company that pays you. Diamond Project is simply that platform that helps you to maximize the leveraging factor of multi-level marketing business. That is what the Diamond Project does. It's an entity, it's a community, but Diamond Project don't pay you. We have our partners that pay us, which is the empowered consumerism. All right. So you get paid for 7,000 because you connected their value in products to Ada and Aisha. Fine. So you've activated your business by simply connecting two people, Ada and Aisha. You got paid for the 7,000 naira. Not even up to the amount you used to start. Remember, the amount you used to start, you got products in return. So we're not even looking at that. But assuming you borrowed the money to start, it's okay. Let me show you where it gets interesting. All you now need to do as a value connector is, because you sold the opportunity to Ada and Aisha, you didn't just sell the product. We don't sell the product, we sell the opportunity, and the opportunity comes with the product. So automatically, Ada and Aisha are simply purchasing. So what does Ada need to do? Because she bought into the opportunity and simply she activates. That's all she needs to do. She activates by connecting, bringing out her phone and just connecting to other people, A and B. Aisha does the same thing. Of course, Ada earns 47,000. Aisha earns 47,000 because she activates. She connects, Aisha connects C and D. Okay. But then you over there gets paid 17,000 naira in matching bonus. All right. Remember using the analysis I gave you guys that the company manufactures with $60 and then, $40 in the multi-level marketing, they keep it. That $40, if you multiply it by 1 million products, all right? If the company sells 1 million products, do you know what that $40 will be? $40 million. They have it in excess. Remember, if you sell one product for $100, they keep $40. That is an example, but it's close to reality because that $40, they don't eat it. They keep it, they store it. And if they sell 1 million products, they have what? How much? They have $40 million. And that 14 million, so they're not looking for money to pay out. The money is already there. So you as a sharp businessman, you can exploit that money. The money's there. So if you're asking where are they getting all this money, the money's already there. The money they would have used to pay advertisers, pay middlemen, pay retailers, pay all that is there. As a connector, you monitor your community. So A and B has entered the business, and A and B simply decides to activate their business. And if they activate their business, that means A connects two people, B connects two people. That's a total of 4. Of course, A and B will get paid, Ada will get paid, but they'll just focus on you. Why do you continue to get paid? Because if A and B activates, C and D activates, you will get paid $28,000. Let's just focus on you. The question is, why do you continue to get paid? Guys, because without you, the company will not know this community that's just building up. So you must have some what? Some form of residuals, because the company is no longer paying advertising, they're no longer paying middlemen, so they save that money. And the more they reward you, the more you want to what? Encourage your people to also come. But you're not necessarily connecting anybody again. You just connected two. And the duplication continues. Because when EFGH connects theirs, then activates, all right, IJKL activates, everybody gets paid, but you get paid 56,000 in this instance. And if it happens to the fifth generation, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 16 new people. And then on the other side, it's, activation to 16 new people, you get paid 112,000, right? You didn't do anything, right? And the 16 people simply activate. You just connect to people, or just activate, just connect to people. And when they do that in the new month, which is the sixth month, that's 32 new people, and it happens on the other side, you get paid 224,000 naira. And then it happens again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 month. You have 64 people, and it happens on the other side. Everybody will be getting paid though, but then you get paid 408,000 naira. Now look at this. It happens one month. I'm sorry, this is the 8th month. That was 7th month. This is the 8th month. You get paid 869,000 in 1 month. Can you imagine if it happened in the 8th month? It could happen in the next week. It could happen in 3 weeks, in 3 weeks time. But then let's use 1 month. Everybody just activating. Just activate. That is the key word. That's the simplicity of this business. And people don't even understand it. And guess what? You have just made a 1.828 million in 8 months by simply activating your business and watching it duplicate. We're going to come to that, how to make it duplicate. Now look at this scenario. This is simply amazing. Now, guess what? If this happens for you and it's only one side, at that side that is duplicating, but Aisha's side is not duplicating, are you going to make this kind of money? No. All right. See, that means you have to balance your business. So as a value connector, you're also a businessman. You need to balance your business and make sure that everybody's just activating. Encourage them, because they need to also make their own 1.8 million. Now, the power here is you don't have to sell. Products are being sold when people join your business. So you don't need to sell. So as they are starting the business, they are automatically purchasing the products. So sales are being made. We don't buy to sell, we buy to use. So automatically, the products are being sold through your community and you get compensated. And anybody in your team that decides to be a value connector can also make the kind of money you are making, all right? But now it gets more interesting, because there are many ways to make money here. Now, if you started with 6990, that ought to be 6990, not 7990, right? And that is the minimum entry point is 6990. So that's an error there. Now, you could upgrade to Technoverse. Now, if you upgrade to a higher portfolio, which means buying more products from the company, all right, to the tune of 149,970, somebody with Technoverse will make 5.4 million instead of 1.8 million. The same process. Now, what if you started with the 499.90 package, the higher package? I'm going to stop here. The same thing that happened, just activate and then let your people activate. In 8 months, you make 12.7 million. Same thing, same number of people. You don't need more people. Same number of people. In 8 months, 12.7 million if you have Digiverse. If you have Technoverse, 5.4 million. That's if you upgrade to 149,970. But then if you remain at 6990 as a value connector, you simply make 1.8 million. So you now choose where you want to play. But anywhere you want to play, don't accuse somebody of making more money than you. They simply have a larger portfolio. All right. But now this is an explanation of the value connectors. But let me shock you. This is what the builders happen. A connector builds Ada and Aisha on one side for 1 year. But a builder does not stop there. A builder, the next year, he opens up another community and builds. And they begin to activate and activate. You see, builders have in their team, they have sellers in their team, they have distributors in their team, builders have connectors in their team, and builders seek to create new builders. Builders don't just have connectors, they also seek to create new builders. So the more community they are opening up, the more chances of builders emerging. Because in the third year, they don't stop. They open up another channel. Do you understand that? That is big. Not everybody's willing to do this. In the fourth year, they open up another channel. So I imagine if they only have this builder, of course, builders don't have one portfolios. So imagine if this builder started with Digiverse. And in 1 year, he made, in the first year, in 8 months, he made 12 million. And then the next year, in another 8 months, he made 12 million. And then do you know how much this guy will now be making eventually? And that is why only 2% of people in multi-level marketing become millionaires, become financially free. because only 2% are builders. Every other person is just coming to make money and go, become a connector, value connector. Some are just selling products, some are just distributing products. So choose where you want to play, all right? But in the Diamond Project, this is where we play. In the Diamond Project, our goal is to increase builders globally from 2% to 5%.
Here are a few testimonials. Me, for one, I'm number one beneficiary of the Diamond Project, moving from a place of difficult financial, painful experience to now being able to help others to come out of it. Diamond Project is not just a money-making machine, it is an overall platform where you can grow. And I mean, we've enjoyed a lot of programs, like we have the car program where hundreds of our partners are buying their cars. If that's what you want, if you like traveling, we've had a lot of travels across many destinations that you would never believe existed. And of course, we have delved into charity that God has blessed us, and we are beginning to give back. In the 36 states, we give once in a year. We feed the family. We feed thousands and thousands of families once in a year, usually during December, those who cannot afford to feed. And we also have what we call the hospital outreach. We identify in federal hospitals and state hospitals where you have indigent patients that can't afford to pay their hospital bills. Across the 36 states, we begin to pay for them. We just identify them and we just go and clear their bills and they go. As God has been empowering us. And of course, we have the fuel palliative where we reach out to those who can't afford to buy fuel at the current, hyped prices after the fuel subsidy was removed. And we've created the largest leadership academy in Africa. And this is an amazing feat without any support from any government official, any NGO. We did it from within. And the question now you have to ask yourself is this. Number one, are you truly fulfilled in your current career? Are you earning what you are worth in your current career? Are you building what will give you and your family financial freedom in the next 5 years? If you stop working, will you continue to earn your money? If anything should happen to you, will your family continue to enjoy a good life? Are you experiencing financial pains of any form? See, if the answer to one, some, or all of these questions is no, I hope you are selected to pick up a form and start connecting and building with Diamond Project. Now, the summary is this. The richest companies in the world, they don't own what they sell. Amazon sells the products, but they don't own their inventory. Uber connects rides to passengers. They don't own the cars. Glovo, they deliver food for you, but they don't own the kitchen. Spotify, they stream music. They don't own record label. Airbnb, give you a place to stay, but they don't own the properties. Diamond Project connect you to a space to grow into your best version and create leverage income, but they don't own the company. So you see, they are not in the ownership game. They are all into the connection game. So they build a bridge between the people who own the businesses and the people who needs the services. So it's Diamond Project for you. This is exactly what we do. We don't have to manufacture products. We don't have to sell products. We don't have to do product analysis. We don't even have to build the company. We simply plug in, use the products at wholesale, connect our contacts by showing them this video. So if you are selected and you join us within 48 hours of seeing this video, here are benefits you will receive. Number one, 6 months mastermind mentorship for free. Number two, learn to connect value to people you don't know and start making profits in 7 days. Number three, get health product bundle equivalent to the amount you paid. Number four, get exclusive support to start growing into your best version. So you see, we have the business startup bundles. We have the starter pack bundle, which will cost you $69.90, the business pack $499.90, and of course the builder pack, which is $1,299.990. This is for those who want to, build intercontinentally. And for each starter pack you have, it comes with, plethora of products that you will use. That means any money you pay, you get product in return, and this bulk money you pay once. You don't need to pay again. Now, this is what will happen to you if you start. What you need to do if you're selected, just position yourself by buying one-time bundle, then enjoy the products for your healthy lifestyle. You don't have to sell. If you know how to sell, by all means, you can sell. The products are yours. But then you can either connect and make more, you connect and build. But if you connect and make money alone, that doesn't give you residual or financial freedom. But when you connect and build, you can get financial freedom. So the choice is yours. So I would say congratulations for watching to this video to the end. You have now qualified for an exclusive one-on-one mentorship call to see how this project can work for you. You see, it may or may not be a fit for you, but please be cautious enough that when the mentor contacts you, that you will give them an honest feedback. Kindly let them know you want to be selected or you have a lucky person to recommend. But beware of counterfeit Diamond Project scammers. Yes, if you're told by anybody to invest and do nothing, but you will be making money, please, it is a scam. Protect yourself, all right? So at this point, make your decision, because I know that decisions determine destinies. And once you decide and you are selected, please ask for the quick starter guide. You need to attend the quick start guide or watch the video to be explained exactly how the money comes in, how you can make the money, and how you can begin to participate and enjoy the mentorship so that as you are growing, you are also making money. God bless you. See you on the other side of mentorship.